Silence has already done its first job. Now it begins the real work. You are no longer reacting. You are no longer explaining. You are no longer trying to be understood. And that absence changes everything. Because when silence stretches on, it stops being a tactic. It becomes a mirror. At this stage, most people break. They rush back. They justify. They give in to discomfort. You do not. You stay still. And in that stillness, the truth starts to surface. About them, about you, about the entire connection. This is where the real game begins. Not the game of attraction. The game of self-mastery. In part 1, silence disrupted the emotional rhythm. It created distance. It forced reflection. It removed your energy from a dynamic that depended on your attention to survive. Now, something deeper happens. Silence no longer shocks. It settles. And when silence settles, the masks fall. There is no more reacting to messages. No more checking timestamps. No more rehearsing what you will say next. What remains is raw psychological exposure. Silence removes negotiation power from words and hands it to behavior. And behavior never lies. This phase is where attachment reveals itself. This is where avoidance collapses or hardens. This is where desire either matures or dissolves. You are no longer playing for validation. You are watching the structure of the connection reveal its foundation. Stoicism was never about winning people. It was about seeing reality without distortion. Silence gives you that vision. As silence continues, pressure builds, but not where you think. It does not build in you first. It builds in the one who is used to your availability. They begin to feel the vacuum, not because they miss conversation, because they miss control. Your absence disrupts their emotional economy. They were receiving attention without responsibility. Now the supply is gone. Inside them, narratives begin to fracture. They replay past interactions. They reassess moments where they felt secure. They feel uncertainty without having access to reassurance. At the same time, you feel something else. The urge to explain rises. The desire to check in whispers. The impulse to prove your worth attempts to return. This is the internal battle. One path leads back to the old dynamic. The other leads forward into self-respect. Most people mistake discomfort for danger. They rush to relieve it. You do not. You understand that discomfort is not a signal to act. It is a signal to observe. Silence is now testing both of you, but only one of you is prepared for it. Here is the truth that silence reveals when it is sustained. If someone truly values you, silence does not erase you. It clarifies you. Interest rooted in convenience fades under silence. Interest rooted in respect intensifies. This is not manipulation. This is exposure. Silence removes emotional noise. It strips away fantasy. It reveals whether a connection was built on presence or on substance. You begin to notice something critical. You feel calmer, more centered, less reactive. Your identity is no longer tied to being chosen. That shift alone changes your energy. And energy is what people respond to, not words. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote that tranquility comes when you stop depending on externals to validate your worth. Silence is the practical application of that philosophy. You are no longer trying to be felt. You are simply being. And that changes the balance permanently. The lesson here is not about silence as a move. It is about silence as a state. A Stoic does not withdraw to punish. He withdraws to return to himself. When silence continues, you are no longer proving anything. You are no longer waiting for an outcome. You are reclaiming sovereignty over your attention. This is what most people never learn. Attention is power. Emotional availability is currency. And discipline determines who controls both. When you stop offering yourself freely, your value is no longer assumed. It must be recognized. Silence is not absence. It is boundaries without explanation. And boundaries force clarity. Not because you demand answers, but because you no longer tolerate confusion. This is emotional adulthood, modern application. In modern relationships, chaos is normalized. Mixed signals are excused. Ambiguity is romanticized. You step out of that system. You do not chase clarity. You live clearly. You do not announce your withdrawal. You embody it. Your focus shifts to your mission, your body, your discipline, your purpose, not as a performance. As alignment, you stop checking for reactions. You stop hoping silence produces a response. And paradoxically, that is when responses come, not always from the same person, but from life. Opportunities appear. Confidence solidifies. Self-respect compounds. If someone returns, they return to a different man, a man who is not waiting, a man who does not negotiate his value. If they do not return, nothing was lost. Something was revealed. Silence ensures you never chase illusions again. Silence has now done its final job. It has shown you that peace was never on the other side of message. It was always on the other side of detachment. You no longer need to win. You no longer need to explain. You no longer need to be chosen. You are grounded, centered, unmoved, and from that position, everything aligns naturally. This is not the end of communication. This is the end of dependence. The Stoic does not fear silence. He becomes it. And once you reach that point, nothing external has the power to disturb your inner order again.